What's up, everybody? I got Alex here from Three Swords Productions, and he won the winner Luffy today. Hey, tell these people what you're playing.
Hey, I'm playing Zoro, and you're probably thinking, oh, Whitebeard Zoro? No, I hate it. It's mid-range, too slow for me. I liked the more aggro. I was more of a Luffy player than a Zoro player throughout the 3 sets. But yeah, I never got into the Whitebeard Zoro. And I was looking at set 4 and the results in One Piece top decks in Japan. Saw that there was actually a Zoro list that won that was very similar to OPO2. It ran only like 4 buggies from OPO3 and 4 counterspells from OPO4. And I was like, hey, I want that list. Just try to change it for OPO3 because, you know, we don't have that counterspell.
What was the hardest matchup for you today?
The hardest matchup, oh my god, surprisingly, was Smoker. I actually ran through yellow players because I think you need to be hyper aggro against them, super low to the ground. I ran through Rob Lucci players specifically. But Smoker was just like, the man said he ran 16 TKs. You know, obviously there's the Porcelinas, Fukurus. But yeah, the Smoker was just doing work on me, and since my whole deck is 1-drops, he was a perma 7k leader. And he, you know, the 2-drop garb that swings and kills the 0 cost, so he was getting like a lot of value against me, Impact Wave.
Alright, well let's see some of the cards that took you to victory today. Let's go.
Yeah, here's the winner.
Alright, hey, look at that thing. It's very pretty. Alright, let's go. Let's see what you got.
I have 4 Otama.
Beautiful.
Obviously, it's a staple in every red deck, broken card. I actually don't run Robin, Vista, or Marco. That thing will never do the minus kill something. It's just like 2k, unless there's something on board I want to get weaker, but most of the time it's just a 2k. Obviously, for Nami. I don't like the Izo Whitebeard package, I like the Nami package. Izo can't find Radical Beam and Guard Point. Nami can find Radical Beam and Guard Point. You know who else can find Radical Beam and Guard Point? Buggy. So, gotta run Buggy, vanilla stats, he's the new Sunny. Finds all your Straw Hat counter spells, really good. I got Makino, 2k, obviously buffs, Nami and Buggy, really good with Zoro Leader, turns Buggy into a 7k. Most of the time you're swinging 6k, get all the 2k counters out of their hand early. This is where it gets really hyper aggro, is for Magura. So, you know, he comes into play, buffs Nami or Buggy. Next turn, that sets up for him to get buffed by another Magura or a Makino. It's just all 1-drops. And the thing that complements 1-drops is currently the Dan. You know, you just attach one to lead, attach one to the Dan, swing 5. You can take her higher, but yeah, make sure you tell your opponent that you want to look at 5, and he'll grab any of those cards I just showed you. You're running the Makino and the Otama, and honestly the next best 2k in Zoro is Brook. He comes in to play for free, he gives 2 Dawn to your Zoro so you can swing 7. It's just value, 3k body. The best card in One Piece ever printed was the Vanilla with Rush. For Zoro, obviously, you know, you gotta do the Zoro Tribal. Attached to him and you're swinging 6, 6, 6, 6. And then this card is like hit or miss. You can get some really good combos, but it's 2 of Uta. You know, she comes into play, she'll be a 5k with Zoro. But the nasty thing is like Uta, grab a Dodon from grave, play Dodon, grab a Nami, grab a Zoro. You know, you can do stuff like that. And with literally just 1 card and some Dawn, you could have like 4 bodies on board if you need to reload.
Yeah, that Uda into Curly Dan is kind of nasty.
And then the boy, the MVP, 5-drop Luffy, 4 of. 4 of did feel a little heavy, but in this deck you don't really like care if he dies. Typically you don't want to like play him for 5 and swing 7 and he just dies. You want to like save him in hand, but you're gonna draw so many you can afford to just send him out there to die. And your opponent never wants to leave this on board, so it'll 100% attract them to the Luffy instead of your life, because everyone runs a lot of blockers, especially lately. And that's it for the characters. Obviously, for Guard Point, you know, we're sticking to the 1-mana theme. What's more broken than a 1-mana that gives a 3k? Is a 1-mana that gives a 4k. Radical Beam. Obviously, you want to use these early, you want to use these late. All of this is 1-mana. Literally, like, I felt like I was doing so much with 4 and 6 Dawn, 8 Dawn, because, like, you know, everything's so cheap in this deck and it's so powerful. I surprised a lot of opponents today, swinging 6 and 7 with 1-drops. And then, this is the concession I made. The list on One Piece top decks, I only ran 2 Guard Point, I ran 4. But in lieu of the 0-cost counterspell for red, I did the 2 of Red Hawk. You know, you can get value against other Zoros, other Laws. You can kill some cheap bodies that would swing on your guys. And the trigger is like game winning. I mean, they try to swing on you if it's the last life. I don't know how many times I did that in set 1 with just 2 Red Hawk. And then the spice is 2 Diablo Jambe. I was really surprised to see that card in the list, but also not surprised because if you look at everyone's list, they're running blockers. Fukuro, Borsellino, unkillable.
Bluno, yep.
Yeah, Bluno's can killable, but he can recur like another thing tapped. So yeah, Zoro. And then like if your opponent's at 1, pretty much if you put them at 0, you win. Because everyone's used to the 5-drop Luffy swing for game. And same with Diablo Jambe, though no one sees this card anymore.
Yeah.
But you could even like if they're at 1 life and you know that they don't have counter power in hand, you know you can Diablo Jambe your leader, play Luffy, and then swing 7/9 in the game. I actually did that today.
And one card that makes this so much better in set 3 than in set 1 and even 2 is is the buggy. Just play the buggy, add that card to your hand when you need it. If you don't need it, you put it on the bottom.
Yeah,
so.
if you're worried, like, obviously, like, when you grab a Luffy or you grab a Jambe, your opponent's aware of it, and that makes it less good. You should still just grab it anyway. Like, especially Diablo Jambe, it's a 2-of. So if you see it and then you don't grab it, you might not ever get it. And obviously, the worst case scenario is you get 2 of it in your hand. But that's why it's only at 2. It's really rare. But it's a game-winning card. Zoro swing 14. It's even better than the Luffy, because sometimes they expect the 5-drop Luffy, but he costs 5 Dawn, and then, he can only swing for however much. But Zoro can swing 14, so you don't even need the Luffy. Like I said, play him out, rush, swing.
Yep.
But yeah, we got there with the Zoro deck, straw hat.
All right. Any changes to the deck after winning the event?
Anything about the deck?
Yeah. You said this card was a little bit too heavy. Would you make any changes?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think the deck is really good. It's super low to the ground. Insane value. Literally plan out your Dawn. Make sure you're using all of it. Trying to go as aggro as possible. A lot of opponents at the end of the game, they'll be like, oh, if only I had one more 2K. Well, I was swinging 6K a million times before that. And so it's like, surprise, of course I didn't have 2K. But yeah, if you like aggro and you don't like the mid-range Zoro Whitebeard build, I highly recommend Zoro Weenies, just like from set 2.
All right, and that was Alex from 3 Swords Productions. We will see you guys in the next one.